What's going on, everybody? I'm back with part 2 of E3 kind of recap and impressions. So, other video, I did Bethesda through Sony conferences, which took forever, and I was very tired, and I wanted to go to bed. But I made it through it with a lot of mispronunciations and drinking, but I got through it. So today we got only 2 conferences, because I'm not going to talk about PC. So we had Nintendo and Square Enix, and we'll start with Nintendo. So Nintendo, their conference was really weird. They start out with the new Star Fox game, Star Fox Zero. And I enjoy playing Star Fox 64. It's a fun game just to play. From what they showed, it looks a lot like that, but with a lot of enhancements, and they really focused on the gamepad being very important to like aiming and all that. The game looks okay. I honestly thought it would look better. Like if you look at Mario Kart and then Super Smash Bros., those games look really good. And I think this is kind of like a step down, which is kind of disappointing. But it doesn't look awful at all. They didn't give a price range or anything, but they said it's releasing this holiday. I mean, if this game's a $60 game, then there's no way I'm buying it, because I know Star Fox, at most, like, it takes like 2.5 hours to get through, if that, 2.5 hours to get through, like, the campaign. And I know you can play through it multiple times, most likely, and all that. And maybe there's multiplayer. I don't know if they even talked about that. But it can't be a $60 game. Like, $40 is the most it can be. And that's kind of pushing it, in my opinion. But yeah, that was their big kind of game, pretty much. And it looked okay. It wasn't extremely impressive. I was not after that. What was after that? Maybe it was, because he talked about Star Fox a lot. Then they kind of, I guess I'm just going to go in order of what these stories I have in front of me are. They talked about Skylanders Supercharge Amiibo support, which is kind of weird because Skylanders is a completely different like toy series, and now you can bring 2 Amiibos over there, like Donkey Kong and Bowser. They're like special edition Amiibos that work on both Skylanders games and Wii U games, but it's only for Wii U. I don't care about Amiibo stuff, so yeah, it's just interesting that they teamed up. That's just weird to me, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it doesn't just go out of control. That was not after that. It was, I think after that they announced a new Zelda game, which I was happy, and then I saw the actual game and I was a little bit less happy. It's basically, or it's called The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. It's basically just imagine the Link Between Worlds, which was a fantastic game, and combine it with 4 swords or whatever. You pretty much got it there. It's a very cooperative Zelda game. And that's kind of like, I don't have anybody to play this with. If it's just for co-op, I don't know. Like, if I can play this game single player, I guess I'm probably gonna pick it up. But I don't know if it is. I guess I'll have to see from some reactions and stuff like that from what people gather. But as far as it, I mean, it looked like you tackle a bunch of dungeons with a team, and it just looks like a Zelda game with 3 players. I thought, and you can wear costumes that change your like powers or something. I mean, if you can do it single player, odds are I'll probably get it because I love Zelda. And then we're not getting Zelda Wii U anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, it's a surprise announcement, that's for sure, but we'll see. Then they announced Hyrule Warriors Legends for the 3DS, which is kind of like a remake, sort of remake of the Wii U game, with all the characters from the Wii U game just on 3DS. The thing is, they said only on 3DS, but they didn't say only on new 3DS. So are these only for the new 3DS, or are they for 3DS in general? Because the new 3DS it only makes sense for a game like Hyrule Warriors. That'd be a new 3DS. The Zelda game, I could see it being on all of 3DSs. Like, they didn't specifically say which one. And then after that, they announced the new Metroid game. I know. Everybody's so excited. Oh, no, wait. It's Metroid Prime Federation Force. The Metroid game nobody really wanted. It's like a co-op Metroid game that's very similar to Metroid Prime, but not really. It's for 3DS. I'm guessing new 3DS. Yeah, I mean, I'm not excited. I mean, I'm not a huge Metroid fan to begin with, but I think people just wanted either a new Wii U Metroid Prime kind of game or a Super Metroid type game. Like, we got neither of those, so. Fire Emblem Fates, which was Fire Emblem If, and Fire Emblem Fates. I mean, it didn't really. It was just kind of a trailer. I mean, I know Fire Emblem Awakening's supposed to be a great game. I eventually want to play it. It's always like full price because Nintendo never downgrades their price. Like, I would honestly pick up the game if it was like $20, but it's always just way too much, in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to go off. It looked like Fire Emblem, that's for sure. And then after that, they had the weirdest trailer of all of it, which I had no clue was going on. It was just a bunch of like Japanese music and stuff going on and people dancing, and I had no clue what was going on. Like, I watch a lot of animes, okay? I mean, I have a whole section called Briefly's Anime Reviews and Discussions, which I've been doing a lot lately. And I kind of understand that stuff, but I had no clue what was going on with that. But technically, I guess, supposedly, or I guess they said afterwards, that was Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. I would have never guessed that. So, there we go. That was that. I don't really know what to say about that. I mean, I wasn't impressed. It was there. So yeah, that was the most confusing part of the press conference. And then they gave Xenoblade Chronicles X a release date December 4th or something like that. I'm gonna check. For America, because it's already out in Japan. Yeah, December 4th, which is very late. Usually people don't like releasing games that late. I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, it's like a month, give or take, a month after Fallout 4 comes out. So, I mean, I'll probably still be playing Fallout 4, but it comes out during a time where I'll be on like holiday break and stuff like that, like after a few weeks. Which is a perfect time for a kind of a big RPG, because I'm excited for that game. I just love how you can just get into giant mechs and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I didn't really show off anything new. Besides, I think it had English voice acting for the first time. Yoshi's Woolly World they showed off. Like, that game looks fantastic, but I just don't give a crap. Like, I don't care about platformers, and that's why I'm not, like, I really like Nintendo, but don't like give them a BJ every single time they announce a game like some people do. Like, cause it's very like 70% of their games are platformers, and if you don't like that, it's hard to like really dig Nintendo. Like, I completely dig Xenoblade Chronicles. I absolutely adore Zelda. Metroid I can get behind. Like, I like a lot, like Star Fox I can get behind a lot of her stuff, but I just can't, like, I don't like Mario either. Like, I'm weird, I guess, but I've never beaten a Mario game. I probably never will. And Yoshi's Woolly World looks great. It just looks like a really simple platformer. And that's about it. We also talked about Animal Crossing, Happy Home something. Whatever it's called. Happy Home. It's Happy Home Designer, I think. Which is just a weird game. I don't know. I won't be getting it, but it's not really an Animal Crossing game. It's just you design houses for people or for Animal Crossing characters. They also announced a kind of like Mario Party Animal Crossing game, basically. Don't really care for that. Yokai Watch they announced is coming to the US this holiday. It reminds me a lot of Pokemon. I don't really dig like how simple it kind of looks, but I mean, I guess Pokemon's a very simple RPG, but I still really like it, even though I haven't played one in a while. Yeah, I mean they don't have Pokemon this year apparently, so that's kind of filling the gap. So that was interesting. I won't begin it. I think this was after. These stories are out of order, but whatever. They announced a new Mario Tennis game, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. I think this is coming out in the holidays also. I mean, I just like these are all just like kind of small appetite games that I don't feel like I don't feel like spending $60 on I mean, I don't know, just like I'd rather save my money for something else, but I'm sure people like this. I mean, it looked fun. There's not really any tennis games at all, so I mean, it looked fine. And then they announced a Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, which is a mashup of the Mario and Luigi games and the Paper Mario games. And like it basically just imagine those two art styles in the same universe. It's really weird looking. But I know these games are really good RPGs. And this, as far as games, this was one of the games that actually interests me. It looked cool. I mean, it's for 3DS, I believe. I think I might pick this up because I've never given those games a try, but I've heard good things. I thought it looked cool. It looked like traditional kind of Paper Mario stuff, but that's fine. And then Super Mario Maker is coming in September, and I don't care for I don't care for this game. Like, I'm not gonna create stuff. Why would I do that? A whole bunch of amiibo support. You can put like a Link amiibo in there, and you can turn Mario into Link, and I think he has slightly different moveset and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna ever play this game because I don't care for Mario games. So I know a lot of people are just hysterical about this game. I think it's overrated, but that's just me. So yeah, that was Nintendo's conference. I thought it was fairly weak. I mean, there's just nothing that really blew me away. I read a story just a few minutes ago that, or I didn't really. I heard a headline that was like, Miyamoto said that we had great footage of Zelda Wii U to show, but we chose not to. Why the hell not? That would have blew me away. Like, seriously. I don't know. Their conference wasn't awful. I mean, they showed a lot of new stuff, but it just was nothing that was amazing. It's all like, just wait with us. It's just a small little unique title. I hope you enjoy it. And really, there wasn't much for Wii U besides free games. Yeah, because the rest were 3DS games. So Wii U is still struggling, and there's nothing I'm... As far as this year, the Xenoblade Chronicles X is the only Wii U game I plan on getting. And that's at the very end of the year, and odds are it's going to be delayed. As far as 3DS games, maybe the Zelda game, maybe, even though that's coming out next year. Yeah, pretty much nothing on 3DS this year. Maybe, I guess Fire Emblem was next year also. I don't know. I mean, Nintendo did, it was fine. It was nothing spectacular at all. But after that, I guess I did have my E3 predictions. I forgot to talk about Sony, my predictions for Sony. I will check it now. I gotta go back to my blog, so hold on, wait a minute. But Square Enix was after that. And, their conference was a little bit awkward. But still, I think I don't know. It was just, there were some weird moments in that, but so my Sony predictions, I said Guerrilla's new game would be revealed. It was awesome. It was Horizon New Dawn, I believe it was called. So it was cool. New God of War gameplay to wrap up the show. That did not happen. I was pretty surprised by that. I said The Last Guardian would be re-revealed, but it wouldn't be The Last Guardian. It would be very different. No, it was still The Last Guardian. It looked a lot like it was before, and it was great. So 1.5. I'll give me that for Sony. Nintendo, I said new Twilight Princess for new 3D. Nope, that was not it. New 3D Mario game. Nope. Nintendo will reveal details about NX. They did. It said wait until 2016. So I got none of those right because I can't predict Nintendo worth a darn. But after that, Square Enix had their conference, and they started out with some Just Cause 3, and oh my god, that game just looks like stupid fun. Just a bunch of explosions and just ridiculous stunts. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for a game. Like, I played, the only Just Cause gameplay I played is, like, they had, like, a demo where you could do whatever you want for 20 minutes, and then the demo ended. And I played the demo so much. That's one of the best demos I've ever played. But it's coming out December 1st, which is really weird. It's really late. It's right by Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah, it just seems really late, but I guess people are just trying to get as far away from Fallout as they can. But yeah, I'm definitely going to pick up that game, and it looks like just a whole bunch, like, it just looks really fun. You're just going to go around and just F things up. I don't really care for the story. If the story turns out to be good, then that's great, but it's all about just open world chaos, and that's what the game's all about, and it looks like it's going to do it really well. So I can't wait to get my hands on my game. Looks really good. They announced a new Nier game, which was just really out of the blue. And Nier is kind of like a cult favorite game, but I've heard good things about. I don't know anything about it. But the art looked really cool that I showed, and Platinum Games is developing it, and I'm kind of a Platinum Games fan, even though I've only played one of their games. Like, I played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and I really dig that game and their combat. And they know how to do combat right, and that's fine with me. So yeah, I mean, they said it's coming out next year, and more information would be coming later this year. So we'll see how it turns out. And there's a lot of good developers, it seems, that are part of that team, so that looks very interesting. They had Lara Croft Go, which is a mobile game. I don't really know what's going on with that. I heard Hitman Go is a really good game still. I'm guessing this will probably turn out well as well. turn out well as well. I guess that works as a saying. Did they show that afterwards? I don't know. But stuff is out of order, so I'm trying to put it in as good of order as I can, but I don't remember everything. They unveiled a new iOS, Android Kingdom Hearts game, but it looked fine. I mean, it looked like kind of like a Paper Mario turn-based RPG kind of thing. That was not actually turn-based. It was kind of like sort of turn-based action. It looked cool. I don't play mobile games, so I guess we'll see. It was funny because like people were like, it's time to show you the new Kingdom Hearts game. And then someone new was like, woo, yeah! And then this game showed, and he just sat down really quickly. Oh yeah, I forgot to totally. When we were talking about the Nier game, the creepy dude with like the moon head, like it just disturbed me a lot. It looked like it was just like a Goron head, just spray painted gray, and it really, it was disturbing to look at. I looked at. Okay, I'll just say this now. Final Fantasy VII PC port coming in the fall, and they're also unveiling it for iOS this summer. And they also re-showed the HD remake trailer for Final Fantasy VII. Some more information about it's coming this year, or late this year. It's still early in development, so we probably won't see that for a while, but they're making it. So that was cool. And then they showed off Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay, and people lost their minds. No release window or anything, but the gameplay they showed was very colorful. It looked good. I mean, it looked like Kingdom Hearts just on next-gen consoles. It looked great effects and all that. It looked fun. I started playing Kingdom Hearts 1 back in January, and I enjoyed it, but I haven't gone back to it, but I probably will sometime soon, because I'm trying to get excited for that game, and I'm interested in that game, but I'm not excited. I'm very excited for Final Fantasy 15, but I'm not too excited for this, and maybe because I just need to or get into the Kingdom Hearts games a little bit more, but it's also, I don't love the Disney aspect to these games. Like, I can get behind, like, yeah, you came up with Mickey and Donald and all that, and Goofy, but, like, one of the reasons why I quit playing the first Kingdom Hearts was I entered the Tarzan world or whatever, and I just lost all my interest in that game for some reason. As soon as I went into that world, I don't know why, I just did. So I like the Disney aspects, but I also don't. But I think that game looks good. It looks good. They show some gameplay of the new Hitman game, and it's coming out this December 8th. So that's 3 fairly big games coming out in December. Just Cause, Xenoblade Chronicles, and Hitman in like a week span. And it looked cool. I mean, it looks like kind of like open world, find your way to assassinate your target. Like in I guess not open world, but a large area to kill your target any way you can. It looked cool. I've never played the Hitman games, but it seems like a game, like a series that I would totally enjoy. I just never have given them a chance. But maybe this game will be the one. It looked good, I thought. They unveiled the new Star Ocean game, Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness. That's an awful name. Coming to North America in 2016. I thought it looked good. It looked like kind of like like Tales of Exalia kind of combat or something like that. The more recent ones. I guess Tales, the Tales series. I mean, look good. I know. I actually watched some gameplay of like Star Ocean 2 or 3 or something a few weeks ago, and I never knew how ridiculous that game was. Like it actually looked really cool. It was for like PS1 or something, and it was just really. It looked awesome actually. So this game it looks like a cool kind of action RPG, which I can totally get behind, and the game looks graphically pretty darn good. It looked pretty good. So after that, they showed off Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. They showed off like a gameplay trailer, and I mean, it looked pretty similar to Deus Ex: Human Revolution. I want to see more from this game because they said it's early 2016, and it seems like a game I really dig because I do like kind of stealth games, and this is like one that should be stealth or be actiony. So I want to see more. I've heard there's gonna be some gameplay being shown later on at E3, so hopefully I can get impressed. But I don't know. It didn't show much. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. They showed Tomb Raider as well, just like some, but not. They just showed like how graphically great the game is, basically. So I'm still worried about Tomb Raider too, because they've only shown it one gameplay section, and that's it. So I don't know if Tomb Raider's coming out this year. I'm kind of worried, especially since it comes out the same day as Fallout 4. But back to Deus Ex, it looked fine. It looked good, I thought, but I just need to see more from it. And then finally, they announced a new kind of studio called Studio Tokyo RPG Factory, or Tokyo RPG. That's what it's called, Tokyo RPG Factory. And they announced Project Setsuna, which is a new console RPG. The concept art looked gorgeous, but it's still very early on, apparently. So yeah. So that was Square Enix's conference. I thought we did a okay job. There's some hiccups and stuff like that. Like, it was awkward a lot of the time, but this was their first conference. They had a lot of just solid games to show. I thought we did better than Nintendo, because their games were just better. But a lot of their games were just solid, and they all looked like they had potential for sure. They didn't show Final Fantasy 15, which sucked. But they already announced it before E3 that they weren't going to talk about it until, I think, TGS, which is in August. So hopefully we get more info about that, because I'm very excited for that. But yeah. My prediction for Square Enix is that Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay will be shown. I was right about that. I said Final Fantasy 15 would come out this fall. They didn't talk about that game at all. So that didn't happen. And I said new Chrono game. Nope, that didn't happen. I thought we were going to announce one at the very end when we were talking about a new project. And I'm like, oh, come on. But no, it wasn't. So 1 out of 3. I did a really bad job today. I got none of Nintendo's and one of Square Enix's. And in PC, I said Fallout or Half-Life 3, Half-Life 2.9, Half-Life 4. So, and if any of those happen, I got a prediction right in PC. But overall, I thought E3 conferences so far were really well done. A lot of great games. I'm kind of in depressed mode because I'm just so overrun with so many potential great games. Because I want to play all of these games, but I know I can't for a long time. And I also feel stressed out. Like, there's so many games I have to get, and I don't know how to, have time to do all of it. But usually, it all evens out in the end. But the fall looks pretty strong, especially late on. Like in December, there's multiple big games, which is really weird. 2016 looks ridiculous, but I said that about 2015, and usually games move on to the next year after that. So for now, 2016 looks really strong, especially early on and late. Yeah, I thought it was a really good E3. I think overall, probably like, as far as games go, probably the best E3 as far as games go in the last few years. Just a lot of good stuff. I mean, we're definitely in the heart of this console generation now, and usually year 2 ends up being like a great year for them. And so far this year, for year 2 of the PS4 and Xbox One, we've had, I think, the 3 best, or potential, I guess, 2 best games of this generation: Bloodborne and The Witcher 3. And I'm gonna take a stab and say Batman Arkham Knight is gonna be in that conversation next week when that comes out, which I'll be doing a Let's Play of, so check that out. And there's going to be Tomb Raider, Fallout 4. I mean, those are both Fallout or Game of the Year contenders, for sure. The Phantom Pain, Mad Max, Just Cause 3, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Mario Maker, Call of Duty, Halo 5, Battlefront. It's jam-packed. Hitman. There's a lot of good stuff this year. In order of the conferences, Sony, I think, won. Had the best conference for sure. Then I'd put Microsoft. They had a very good conference. It just Sony eventually is not going to win because we're not going to have anything to pull out of their pocket. It just surprises everybody. But they won again. Then I would put Bethesda, Ubisoft, Square Enix, Nintendo, and EA. So yeah. Anything else you want to say? No, I should sum it up. Let me know what your favorite games of E3 were. What conference you thought did the best job? Why am I wrong about Nintendo? I'm pretty sure I'll hear that. But it was a good E3. We still have, a few more days of kind of games on the show, which I'm going to miss most of it because I have to work for 7 straight days now. So that's fun. That's really, real fun. Real fun. But we got Gamescom, I think it's in August, which will have more big games there. I think Microsoft said they're going to show off some of the games they did talk about, like what's that one game? What's it called? Something 3. What is it? Over something 3. I don't remember. Scalebound we're gonna show, they said. So it should be big. I'm rambling now. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my other videos. And I look forward to E3 next year. It's always a great time of year.